Thank you for joining me for this month's Curators Tour. I'm Britt Mitchell, Curator of Exhibitions, and today we will be going through From Gesture to Geometry, American Abstract Artists. The opening of Albert Gallatin's Gallery of Art, the Museum of Modern Art, and Hans Hofmann's school in the 1920s and 30s in New York helped advance abstraction to an American audience who widely embraced naturalistic, regionalism, and the American scene. In response to experiencing a bias towards European abstract artists and established artists like John Marin and Georgia O'Keeffe, a younger generation of New York artists founded the group American Abstract Artists in 1936. The organization provides a forum to exchange ideas and plans annual exhibitions. Their first show included 39 artists and 1,500 visitors in attendance. They chose a name that was open-ended and inclusive, welcoming artists with no codified medium or style. Women artists such as Louise Bourgeois and Beatrice Riese played a significant role as founding members and presidents, especially during an era when they faced limited exhibition opportunities and gallery representation. This year, American Abstract Artists celebrates its 90th anniversary. Although the battle for acceptance has been largely won, the organization continues to use exhibitions, print portfolios, and catalogs of their members to explore the complexity and multifaceted nature of abstract and non-objective art. Drawn from the permanent collection, this exhibition demonstrates the broad spectrum of works by current and past members. Represented by a watercolor on paper, Will Barnet was a longtime teacher at the Art Students League and painter of figurative compositions that balanced representation and abstraction. In the late 1940s and 50s, he experimented with gestural abstraction. This 1947 watercolor takes its name from the artist's summer studio in Danbury, Connecticut. Using sweeping, colorful strokes and essential forms, Barnet captured his family enjoying the warm weather. He explained, quote, "It was a time for poetic, lyrical images about golden moments of light and changes of season." In particular, the images and activities of children were presented as one with the natural environment surrounding them. A lifelong member from 1954, Barnet joined American Abstract Artists when he was, quote, "looking for structure in a period that was destroying structure." In the 1930s and 40s, founding member Byron Browne worked in a gestural style, absorbing the ideas of European avant-garde predecessors. He studied briefly with Hans Hofmann, who instilled the idea of starting from nature, as seen in Butterfly, which evolved into black, bold lines and jewel-like colors, reminiscent of stained glass. Although Browne was contemporary and initially exhibited with abstract expressionist painters, his work was rooted in nature, whether depicting a still life, harbor scene, microscopic life, or portraits. Browne believed, quote, "There is no such thing as non-objective painting. All shapes, forms, colors, and combinations of such exist in nature. One only has to look, and one will see. Man cannot imagine what does not exist already." A member from 1937 to 1939, sculptor David Smith's drawings were initially a form of note-taking for ideas and a means to explore ideas without any concerns about fabrication. In Untitled, the irregular black shapes recall those found in Smith's landscape or garden-inspired metal sculpture. Another section is made up of a network of delicate calligraphic lines that are punctuated by terminus points that have stars or oval knobs, reminiscent of the artist's welded metal sculptures from the 1950s. Like a three-dimensional drawing in space, flowing lines made up of steel rods move up, down, and at different angles. At varying intervals, Smith added small rectangular tabs reminiscent of the museum's drawing. Variant 3 by founding member Josef Albers is from a portfolio of 10 screen prints. His earliest explorations with the format are entitled Variant/Adobe. Begun in 1947 during Albers' sixth visit to Mexico, the work seemed to elude the Adobe style of dwellings in Mexico and the American Southwest. However, Albers did not intend them to be literally referential. Using a relatively consistent configuration of nested rectangles throughout the 10 variants portfolio, he played with tonal and chromatic combinations to better understand the viewer's perception and experience of colors in relation to each other. Screen print appealed to Albers for its ability to produce clean-edge transitions between flat areas of color. Founding member Ilya Bolotowsky was drawn to the pure geometric abstraction of Piet Mondrian and Kazimir Malevich, adopting grid patterns and unmodulated areas of color. In 1947, Bolotowsky began incorporating the diamond shape into his work, attracted to its sense of spaciousness in comparison with a square orientation. Evenly printed, the placement of color in plate 6 creates subtle movement. Bolotowsky explained, quote, "You cannot get an absolute flatness in painting because of the interplay of colors, the way they feel to us. But you can achieve relative flatness, within which the colors and the proportions might push back and forth, creating an extra tension." An active member in the 1950s, Louise Nevelson created Untitled, which combines metallic foil with printed areas and ragged edges to resemble collaged, torn paper. Her use of colors seems surprising in comparison to her large-scale monochromatic assemblages. Nevelson explored texture and space using overlapping forms and bright pink, gold, and silver that stand out. Capturing the play of light, the foil is reflective, while various matte black inks absorb the light. The grainy nature of aquatint emulates the porous appearance of brown craft paper. The circular embossed seal for iron crystal films is a reference to another one of Nevelson's creative endeavors. Established with a friend in the 1970s, they produced a 28-minute film about the artist. Current member Dorothea Rockburne studied the principles of mathematics as they occur in nature with Max Den at Black Mountain College. Since then, she has used math as a tool and framework for her artwork. She often employs principles like set theory, topology, and the golden section, a system of proportions found in natural forms that imparts balance and harmony. In Divine Ray, Rockburne divines crisp geometric shapes through pencil creases, folds, and edges. Countering the exact shapes, she added soft, painterly washes through lithographic touche printed on both sides of 3 sheets of transpagra. The artist views paper not just as surface, but as an active material. Used by cartographers for drawing overlays, the translucent transpagra is made with mylar sandwiched between imitation vellum. Becoming a member of the American Abstract Artists in 1954, Louise Bourgeois gave visual form to personal experiences and emotion. Paris Review originated from a small red ink and watercolor drawing with teardrop shapes created during a publicity assault preceding Bourgeois's participation at the 1993 Venice Biennale. She commented that the interviewers were pressing her to the point of exhaustion and compared the drawing forms to a pomegranate with drops of juice being squeezed. For the larger intaglio print, she rotated the composition, added a round form in the lower right, and stenciled white marks to accentuate the linear movement. The color version appeared on the cover of the Paris Review. Sales of 2 print versions benefited the literary publication. Beatrice Riese spent 14 years as president of American Abstract Artists. In 1996, she created a body of drawings named for typefaces. In linotext, Riese explored variation possibilities while imposing constraints on patterns. Forms repeat within the grid framework, but when zooming out, larger shapes and patterns appear. Riese supported herself as a textile designer, which is perhaps the reason the drawing is reminiscent of needlework or a weaving with drawn warp and weft lines. She used a hard pencil for the delicate, clear marks. Yet, if precision was her only intent, the artist would have chosen a smooth paper. Instead, she drew on the thick watercolor paper as a highly textured surface. Although ruled, the lines vibrate with movement. Thank you again for joining us for this month's Curators Tour. If you would like to see From Gesture to Geometry American Abstract Artists in person, it will be up until September 6th.